It started with screams echoing through the empty hallway. 3 boys rushed out of the storage room, faces pale, tears streaming down their cheeks. One of them clutched his arm, trembling, while another stammered, "She's not human, man, she's a monster." And then, from the darkness, she walked out calm, composed, and deadly silent. Her eyes burned with quiet fury, her uniform slightly torn, and her knuckles bruised. That weak girl everyone mocked just taught them a lesson they would never forget. But how did it come to this? Let's go back to where it all began. When Emily Carter transferred to Jefferson High, nobody noticed her much. She was the kind of student who sat in the back, head down, sleeves long enough to hide the scars of her past. Her soft voice was barely audible, and her shy smile made people assume she was fragile, the perfect target. It didn't take long for the bullies to find her. Zach Miller, the school's golden boy, loved attention. His crew Ryan and Cole followed him everywhere like shadows. Together, they ruled the hallways, mocking anyone who didn't fit their mold. Emily's quietness became their favorite joke. "Hey, mouse," Zach sneered one morning, blocking her locker. "Do you even know how to speak?" His friends laughed, recording her as she froze in embarrassment. Every day, they pushed her a little harder. They tripped her in the cafeteria, spilled milk on her bag, and once even tore her notebook apart. But she never fought back. Never even raised her voice. What no one knew was that Emily's silence wasn't weakness. It was discipline, the secret nobody knew before moving to Jefferson. Emily had lived in a small town where her father, a retired special forces instructor, had trained her in self-defense since she was 8. But after he passed away, she promised her mother she'd never use violence again. So she stayed quiet, she endured, she tried to be normal, until one day, things went too far. The breaking point. It was after school on a rainy Thursday. Emily was walking down the hallway when she felt a rough hand grab her backpack. Zach's voice came from behind, mocking, "Come on, mouse, we've got a surprise for you." Before she could react, Ryan covered her mouth, and the 3 dragged her into the old storage room, the one nobody used anymore. They locked the door. Inside, the light flickered. Dust floated in the air. Shelves were stacked with broken desks and paint cans. Zach smirked, pulling out his phone. "Let's make a fun little video, boys. Maybe the internet will love our quiet little victim." Emily's heart pounded. She stepped back, trembling, not from fear, but from the storm she was holding inside. Ryan shoved her shoulder. Is the little mouse gonna cry?" Then Zach reached for her hair. That's when something inside her snapped. Her father's words echoed in her mind. "If someone ever traps you, Emily, don't let fear control you. Use it." Her eyes lifted, no longer soft, no longer scared. Zach barely had time to blink. Emily twisted her wrist free with a move too fast for them to follow. She spun, grabbed Ryan's arm, and flipped him over a crate. The crack of wood echoed through the room. Cole lunged forward, but she sidestepped, using his momentum to shove him hard against the wall. He slid down, dazed. Zach's phone fell to the floor. His smug grin disappeared. "What the hell are you?" he shouted. Emily stepped closer, voice calm, controlled, terrifyingly steady. "You wanted to see what a weak girl looks like when she stops pretending?" She grabbed his wrist as he tried to push her, twisting it until he cried out. He dropped to his knees, gasping. Tears streamed down his face. Emily leaned in and whispered, "Never touch me again. Or anyone like me." Then she let go. Aftermath. When teachers arrived, drawn by the noise, they found 3 boys outside the storage room, shaken, bruised, and crying. Emily stood near the door, arms crossed, silent as ever. They tried to lie, of course. Claimed she attacked them out of nowhere. But the security camera in the hallway told a different story. It showed them dragging her inside. First Zach, Ryan, and Cole were suspended. Emily, for the first time, was free. Weeks later students started whispering about her, but this time, not with mockery. Some said she was a martial arts prodigy. Others said she was some kind of secret agent. Emily never confirmed any of it. She just walked the halls with quiet confidence. One afternoon, a younger girl dropped her books, and Emily knelt to help. The girl whispered, "They used to pick on me too." Emily smiled softly, "Not anymore." Because sometimes, strength doesn't roar, it stands up quietly and refuses to break. That day, Jefferson High learned a lesson they'd never forget. Never mistake silence for weakness, and never underestimate someone's story. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to S_H Stories for more powerful tales like this. What kind of story do you want to see next? Tell us your ideas in the comments. Your suggestion might be our next story.